What's up, world? Let me tell you about this beard growth oil I got from 12 tribes on Earth. 8 ounces of oily goodness with a nozzle that prevents sprays and spills, and soft ingredients that make it perfect addition to anyone's morning routine. From coconut to castor, all these oils are hand chosen. After using this herbal blend, the biggest thing I noticed is how soft, how strong my hair was, and how good I feel. Pick up your bottle today and make your beard the star of the show.
Shalom, family. Good to see everyone here. Hope you're doing well. You know, this news really burns because my passport is expiring soon. And I'm sorry, but I do not want to see Donald Trump's face in my passport. They're coming out with this passport with I believe it's the Declaration of Independence with Donald Trump and oh man. Anyway, y'all, there's a lot of people that are not happy. You know, every time you turn around, Donald Trump is trying to put his name on everything or he trying to stick his ugly face on everything. I mean, do these people ever realize that we do get tired of looking at them? We do. We seriously do. We get tired of looking at you. Seriously. Talk about oversaturated out here in the market. So, anyway, I'm going to let you listen. There's a lot of people that are not happy that Donald Trump is going to be in their US passport. You know what? People really aren't going to let us in their country. They're really not going to let us in. If we had to flee right now and go to another nation and they open up that passport book and see Donald Trump's bug in there, we may not get in, y'all. We may not get in at all. I'm going to contact the passport agency because I always go in person and I get mine the same day that I go in there. I'm going to find out if I go in there now, can I avoid that Donald Trump stuff? If they say yes, I'm going now. I might just have to do it a little earlier, you know, in advance before it expires. Oh, yeah, my son got his renewed last year, you know, and I'm always a year after him. So, oh, ah, this is painful, y'all. Let me go ahead and share my screen because I don't know who Donald Trump think he is, where he got to be plastered all over everything. Please give me a 1 if you can see my screen. Thank you.
Why are y'all tripping about Trump's face on the US passport? I'm a Generation Xer from the hood, and I'm about to make your life real easy and let you get back to worrying about more important things like the war, children being snatched up, all that other stuff. So for this project, all you're going to need is a paper bag, some scissors. So you're going to take that paper bag and you're going to measure it out. So you want to be able to make sure that the inside flap is perfect enough to cover that hideous face. See, we used these when we had teachers that we had to, I don't know, maybe they assigned a book that we didn't like, or maybe we were stuck taking a class a second time because apparently we didn't learn the first time, and now we're stuck with this teacher for another term. But I digress. So you have your inside flaps, and then you got to fold the other two flaps. So you want the end flaps right here. You'll fold them down too as well. Put that passport there in the middle. These are going to fold. You notice how these become little receiving pockets on both sides. And then you're just going to insert both ends of the passport book. And bam, just like that. Non-compliant compliance. Then you could draw little pictures on the cover. And so I'm going to make a barn. And you don't want to get in trouble with the administration. So you want to make sure that you're drawing a picture and you want to show. So you draw a barn and then you draw the picture of the pig and the picture of the donkey. And that way you don't get in trouble for talking about the teacher.
Face on our passports. The narcissism has reached levels we've never seen before. The State Department is unveiling a limited edition passport redesign for America 250, the 250th anniversary of the United States, featuring images of Donald Trump, the Declaration of Independence, and the Founding Fathers, and we have photos of what this is going to look like. This is the one with the Declaration of Independence. Donald Trump's face is on it with his signature across it as well, which is just really gross to look at. And on the other side, there are Founding Fathers with the American flag draped in the background. And on an unrelated but somewhat related note, Donald Trump just put up this gold statue of himself at one of his golf courses in Florida. I wasn't joking when I said the narcissism has reached different levels. This limited edition passport is supposed to be happening around June or July. We don't have an exact date. So if you want to renew your passport and you don't want Donald Trump's face on it, I would do that right now or wait until after if you can, because nobody wants to be carrying this around the airport. And if you do, I automatically think you're a loser. Responded live on air to Donald Trump and Melania Trump, calling for him to be fired over a joke he made, and he did it in the most perfect way. Just watch.
I greeted the day facing yet another Twitter vomit storm.
Well, U.S. passports, the latest items to bear the image of President Trump to help commemorate America's 250th anniversary. The State Department releasing this mock-up of what the passport would look like with the president's signature in gold. The president's image also being released on a commemorative coin and on national park passes.
Okay, so Donald Trump will officially be putting his face on U.S. passports. The Trump administration announced that Donald Trump will be putting his face on passports issued out of Washington, D.C., and this is an artist mock-up of it. It's going to basically be his face from his second presidential portrait imposed over the Constitution. Now, no other U.S. president has done this before, but Donald Trump has done things like this in the past. Like when we all got those COVID stimulus checks, he put his name on there and delayed it so that he could get his signature on them. When TikTok went down, he stipulated that they thanked him by name before you can open the app again. So yeah, I mean, it makes sense. At first, I was a little bit worried because I thought all of our passwords are going to have to look like that. And, eventually we just get used to it. And then even worse, other presidents in the future would be doing it. That just sounds so cringe. But it's limited to just DC. So I guess it sucks for them, all 12 people that live there. But at least my passport won't have his face in there. This is really just Trump clawing to have a legacy because I think he knows deep down in his heart that he's not popular and people will view his exiting as awesome. And I think like all the Trump memorabilia that we are forced to look at when we go to any low class part of town is still going to be like historical, kind of the same way that like old Confederate memorabilia is. But yeah, I feel like he doesn't understand that when you are a likable person, people want to put your face on things. Like you don't have to make them. But that's just my opinion. If you want my face on something, then please like, share, and follow, or you can support me personally since making videos for you guys is my full-time job by listening to my new song called Walk With Me. It's on all platforms right now.
Y'all, why is this man trying to put his face on the United States passports? I'm so glad that my whole family already got their passports and we don't have to renew them again anytime soon. because I do not want this man's face on anything that I own. He is trying to put his face on money. He's now trying to put his face on passports. He tried to put his face on the front of a building in DC. Like, what is really going on here? What is really going on here? Y'all, hurry up and get y'all passports if y'all do not want to see this man's face in the front of the booklet.
I am so glad I renewed my passport this year because I don't think I could carry around this tacky third world bullshit. Like, I am a citizen of the United States of America. I'm not from some banana republic where the tin pot dictator just puts his name, image, and likeness on everything. Like that, it's just, I just can't, as an American, we'll like name things after previous presidents, and it's like someone else does that though. We look back and say, yeah, he was a good guy. You know what? Let's name a library after him. Let's put his face on this coin. It's just like completely lost on these people. Like, if you do it yourself, it's not cool anymore. It's not cool to pat yourself on the back. You should be honored by someone else down the line that does it. I just like, and you know, like the ballroom, the West Wing, and all the gold, like whatever, like that. This is something that goes in my pocket. I just, as I said, I've got a passport that's valid for the next 10 years. If I had to do this, I don't know. This crosses a line for me.
The news just said that Trump is putting his face on passports, and they don't know whether or not people who already got passports is going to automatically get it, or if you're going to have to request it. In my opinion, I think you should have to request some BS like that, because I don't want it. I don't need my passport having his face on it. I like my passport just the way it is. I do not need that man's face on my passport. That's crazy. Why do he think people just want to see him every day? We already got to hear about the nonsense he do every single day. But why do you think people want to see him like that? Like, no, I don't need no memorabilia of what's going on in the world today. I actually wish I can like go to sleep, wake up, and forget about all the crap he's doing. I wish I could forget about all the high gas prices, the cost of living being astronomically high. I wish I can forget about this war that he put us in for absolutely no reason under the sun. I wish I can forget about the Epstein files where his name was named over 1,000 times in the files, yet he is still able to hold office. Some strange, terrible reason. He's still in there, even though he's also in there, the files. I wish I could forget all of that. I don't need no memorabilia. Nothing. I don't need him on a coin. I don't need his name on no parks, no buildings, no nothing. Can we hurry up and fast forward and reverse all of this shit?
Trump's now putting his face on the inside of U.S. passports. The State Department just announced that as part of the America 250 celebration, they're producing 25,000 limited edition passports featuring a scowling Trump from his second inaugural portrait, superimposed over the Declaration of Independence with his signature in gold. And they'll only be available in one location: his room on Jeffrey Epstein's island. I'm kidding. At the Washington Passport Agency in D.C. And so you not get one of these unless you're specifically requesting it and grabbing one before they run out. So basically, the only Americans that are going to be walking around with these are Trump's biggest fans, right? The ones that like bought his NFTs.
Hey, what's up, America? A new Donald Trump passport is coming up. That's right. A new passport featuring the image of Donald J. Trump will be initiated coming up here. And now you can have a passport with Donald Trump's picture on it. Now, this is a limited edition passport that will feature a large picture of Donald Trump's face sitting directly in the middle of the Declaration of Independence, along with a gold signature of Donald Trump. Now, this will be in a limited number starting this summer for the 250th anniversary of the United States of America. This will be the default document for people who are applying for a passport at the Washington, D.C. passport office. 25 to 30,000 of these passports will be available, but these will start being made available before the 250th anniversary holiday, July 4th. Now let's take a look and see what this Donald Trump masterpiece passport looks like. Now the passport image will look like this, with the image next to it of the founding fathers here. Like I said, you can see Donald Trump, President of the United States, here in the middle of the Declaration of Independence. Now on the back cover, it will feature a 250 with 13 stars. Like I said, Donald Trump's signature there will be in gold. So I'm greatly in favor of this. I think it's definitely patriotic, and I like to see things move forward and evolve, not just be stuck in one fucking time period. So this is good.
Baby, Donald Trump about to put his orange face on that blue book. And I'm sitting here in Vietnam thinking about how did we get here? Yes, he gave y'all the clues, but y'all didn't put it in your handy dandy notebook. Y'all didn't go and sit in the thinking chair and think. Y'all didn't use y'all mind. Y'all definitely didn't take one step at a time. And now Donald Trump, he gets to do anything that he want to do. That was the Blues Clues.
Okay. Yeah, I guess the only ones that are going to be excited about this are the MAGAs, because I know I'm not. And from what I understand, even if you're not in DC, you can still get it, but you have to request it. I'm not requesting it. I don't want it. I don't want no money with Donald Trump's face on it. I don't want nothing with the Trump's name. I'm just like Elon. I don't want nothing with Elon's name on it either. These people are so unappealing and so disgusting. It's not even funny. You know, a couple of all these rich people are. They're disgusting, horrible human beings. I was looking at it was an article that I had read about Amazon. Do you know Amazon got this policy? If you are working and let's say you pass out or you die on your shift, they tell people to keep right on working as you lay there on the floor. I was like, what? Yes, they tell people that work there, if somebody next to you pass out or even die on the floor, you keep right on working. You know they got a policy like that? You don't do nothing but keep working. These folks are disgusting. They are. And these are the ones running the world, y'all. No wonder why the world will never be right. And they actually think if there's some reset, they should remain in charge. It's almost funny how they want to put themselves and prioritize themselves even when they're not qualified to run the world. We already see it. America's insolvent. And yes, I'm going to keep saying it every day. America is insolvent because of the people that look like Donald Trump. They did this. We didn't do it. We weren't running things. They were. They're the ones that made this country insolvent. So, y'all, no Donald Trump passport for me, ever. I don't ever want that man's face on my passport. So, y'all, that's all I have on this one. I do have other lives that I have to take the time and get it set up. So just be on the lookout and don't forget to pick up your hair products. Shalom, family.